message on here. You hear me? Okay, I am on live Facebook right now, and I am fixing to take my headset off. So if you would like to come up here and put my headset on, that way you can hear if they get us on TuneIn, we can keep on rolling. But I'm going to keep it like this right now. And like I said, bring me a hat when you come up, because I just came from working in the shop and I don't want to take this headset off because I've got some serious hat head going on. So if you could do that, that would be really, really good. And I do have a follower so far. So let's see what we can do, and let's just try to keep the show going on. Thank you so much. No, I would be live now on Spreaker. Is that correct, Matt? Okay, man, I sure do appreciate that. And let's just get going on with some news. I am going to make a simple adjustment here. Okay, I got a message in from Big Joe Savino, says sound. So I've got my Big Daddy Don Garlitz hat on now. Got this at the museum. But if I'm live on Spreaker, I don't, or TuneIn, I don't need this. But I'm going to leave it on and take it off. I told you I had a face for radio. But let's see where we're going. All right. Now that we've got this technical difficulty and the uncertainty of a live show happening and me having equipment failure and malfunctions, let's get on to the show. Like I said, oh, you're there. Okay, that sounds great. That sounds great. All right, here we go. Anyway, I got to say tonight after my show, we have Sports Insider with Glenn Spillman. After that, we have Get Your Swole On with Randy Big Swole Thornton and Mike Darrow. Then after that, I'm not sure. We're supposed to have Straight Talk with Matt Hazley on. But like I said, Matt is in the place where they're having all the tornado warnings and everything right now. So we just got our prayers going out to them, and I hope that everything works out well for them. Brick Cummins sent me an update this weekend. Let's see, we got a lot of racing to talk about tonight. By the way, Joe, I saw the track that you were at. Looks like a pretty nice place. But we got a lot of racing coming up this weekend. July 30th and June 30th and July 1st in Tulsa, Oklahoma. We've got Redemption 8.0. That's at Tulsa Raceway Park. Over $100,000 in prize money. the cool thing about this, we've been pushing this whole redemption series for the last couple of months, actually since the show's been on the air, basically. And they're offering free admission with anybody with an active duty military ID, and that's something, being I'm a vet, that's something that's pretty cool with me. So we want to give a big shout out to our military, but we also want to give the people at Redemption and the Redemption No Prep Series Racing, well, we want to give them a big shout out for doing this for our veterans and our active duty military. Let's see, we've got that race. Then we got the Southern Showdown at No Problem Raceway in Belrose, Louisiana, June 30th and July 1st. Gates open at 4 p.m. Friday, 8 a.m. Saturday. Let's see, July 1st and 2nd, we've got the Big Dog Shootout at Hub City Drag Strip at Hattiesburg. 2 p.m. The gates open at 2 p.m. on the 1st and noon on the 2nd. You know, Hub City Drag Strip was the first drag strip I ever went to. I must have been 10 years old. My brother-in-law took me there, and they had the jet cars. That was before he was my brother-in-law. He was dating my sister, but I guess he was trying to make good with the younger brother. But went there. They had the Maxi Taxi, which was a jet car, and they had Fred Sibley's USA 1. It was unbelievable. I've been hooked ever since, 43 years since I went to that, and I'm still hooked on drag racing. So that was kind of nice. Then let's see, June 30th. No, drag racing, not drag queens. Hold on, I've got a call. June 30th at Gulfport Dragway. Gates opens at 6. Eliminations start at 9 o'clock p.m. And these are 1,000-foot races. Excuse me, they're not 1/8 mile. They're not 1/4 mile, right in the middle. So if you're geared for 1/8 mile, you can run these. If you're geared for 1/4 mile, you can still run this, and you'll be fine. Just got another message from Joe Rocks, and man, I'm glad that you are listening. So if you're listening and you're close to a computer, start sharing this thing so I got more than one viewer watching me, because I am on Facebook Live at Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars. I'm broadcasting live, and I got to tell you, this is really kind of cool. Glenn Spillman, I watch Glenn do his show every week, and I see why you like it, man. Let's see. Oh, I got an update today from Ashley Vining. I put out a thing last night for everybody who was racing this weekend to give me some updates and let me know where they were racing so I could get out and see them or send people to them or something. And Ashley is the wife of Cole and the mother of Waylon. And she sent that Waylon and Cole, and she said it just like that, Waylon and Cole. We'll be racing at Baton Rouge Raceway Saturday night, and we'll see if 7-year-old Waylon can pick up another win this week and see if Cole can get that first place win in the heat race. Or excuse me, the feature race. Yeah. Want to send a shout out to Jesse Holmes, whose Southern Outlaw Gasser has its blowout. October 6th, it has its Southern Gasser Blowout 6, October 20th and 21st at Atmore Dragway in Alabama. And this is our race that we can take the Fury Dragster to if we are not doing something that weekend, if we don't have prior engagements October 20th and 21st. Okay. If they've already set up, I got to tell you, Atmore is it's a great track. It is. They've dumped a lot of money in this track and have really done. There's a casino, Indian casino there, and the Indian casino, I think, has put a lot of money into the track in getting it up where it is. Let's see, GBO6 host hotel is the Muskogee Inn. They've got a special rate for this event. Their phone number is 251-368-8182. Mention gas are raised for a special rate of $64.99 plus tax. This hotel will sell out for this event. They have it the last time they did it. They were the host hotel and they sold out. So be sure and get your reservations. You will. Internet feed is back. It was gone for a minute. Now it's back on the live. So I'm getting used to having my hair long again. I haven't had long hair for a long time, and I have been doing it again. So it's in kind of a weird place, and with this headset, every time I kind of look over there and get a close-up of it, it kind of freaks me out. If you're into rat rods, I'd like to tell you about the 2017 Rat Rod Build-Off. This is the brainchild of my friend Reese Reeves, and it's pretty cool. They are taking entries for this year's Build-Off. Vampire Chassis was trying to do some work with them for the 2016 Build-Off, and we got sidelined by two floods. And had to rebuild two houses rebuild one house twice instead of instead of building a car. So yeah, I forgot to tell you, I have my guest with me tonight, my guest host. Author Lynn Gibson, the Twisted Southern Horror Queen. She is an absolute nightmare! And I'm married to her every day. But let's see. Now on the 2017 Build-Off. It's going to be leaving Weatherford, Texas on October 5th. All cars are, I had to take my glasses off when I started this thing and I was live, but I got to put them back on. All cars are free to invite. They're having a cruising 500 miles going to the Alamo. They're going to have mini bike races and be coming back on October 8th for a 400 car show. Not just rat rods, anything. If you've got a car and you're in the area and you want to jump in and go to the car show, you can do that. It's going to be in Weatherford, Texas. The cool thing about this is you can get in touch with Reese Reeves. His number is 817-597-1699. And all the proceeds from this event support Christmas for Kids. It's an event that I followed Reese the last couple of years. I see him dressed up as Santa Claus, go out and doing some pretty nice things for the kids. Let's see. I like it that Reese is listening to the show. I just got a huge announcement. That's how it's billed. Huge announcement. The National Build-Off now has a major sponsor for the tour. O'Reilly's Auto Parts has come on board with us and will be making a huge splash with awards and giveaways. Our finals will be held in the world-famous Fort Worth Stockyards at Cooper's Barbecue. And I got to tell you, when I lived in Arlington, I went to Cooper's Barbecue in the Fort Worth Stockyards. And what I remember was just wonderful. But let's see. They will have the finals in the north side parking lot of the largest honky-tonk in the world, Billy Bob's. We might need to go to that. Yeah. We will be having surprises that weekend. Reese said he's getting really excited about the show. O'Reilly's will be giving away over 80 awards and a ton of really cool giveaways and door prizes to members of the tour group. Billy Bob's has some cool special surprises in store. You know what that means? Dollar shots. Dollar shots. And if they do have the dollar shots, make sure you have a designated driver. Let's see. The next announcement will be having, oh, this is going to be perfect. Yeah, we got to go to this. They're going to be having mini bike drag races and wheelbarrow races in the parking lot. So, you know, the mini bike races along with the wheelbarrow races after the surprises at Billy Bob's are really going to make for an interesting day. Oh yeah, that may be an alive event in itself. Yeah, we'll need like 5 or 6 different cameras in different locations to follow some of the events that happen then. I'm going to talk. You want you to talk for a minute and let me turn my phone off, get a little something to drink, and cough. Yeah. Oh man, yeah, I'm telling you. Uh, Reese has been working really hard on this event for the last couple of years, and it's starting to pay off for him. So we'll do Reese, Rocket Reese Reeves. Reese, we'll do whatever we can to help you. I see I'm up to seven people following the show live right now. So it will get better. This is my first. This isn't where I wanted to do it at. I have a call coming in that I'm not going to get. It's cool music on my phone, though, huh? It's Joe. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm telling you, we've got to get you to go live. We've got to get you to go live. You're so much better looking than I am, and it's so much more interesting with watching you on this than me. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. I got, we had this past weekend, we had the Mississippi Comic Con, which we weren't invited to. So Mississippi Comic Con next year, you need to contact us, call us, talk to us, let us know something. And maybe we'll even have a design feature on that 1927 Jaguar. Could you think of a superhero design for that Jaguar? That's not a superhero. That's not a superhero. That is not a superhero. That's nymphomaniac. Nymphomaniac is not a superhero. I lost a viewer. I'm down to 4 or 2. That's what happened. I dissed Elvira and somebody hung up. So I got an update on the Mississippi Comic Con from Frederick Roseman. He said from his experience that it was a well-crowded event over the weekend. Saturday, they had a ton of activity. Sunday, the show started slow. That is a tongue twister. Sunday, the show started slow due to church, but it really started to pick up later, and they had more of a crowd in the afternoon. Now, I sent a message to Rafe White, Rafe White is our friend who is the promoter and organizer of the Southern Geek Fest in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, which we had the honor of being at about a month ago. And he said it was a great turnout. So, that's cool. This first half hour of the show is brought to us by Jimmy John's. I don't have all Jimmy John's promotional information, but what I can tell you is if you want a gourmet sandwich, and it does not matter what it is, Jimmy John's is the place. Now, you know, there's other sandwich places out there that have sandwiches that are pretty good, but we did a Cancer Kids event last year, and when we were in the tent, the Jimmy John's people came up and sat up next to us, which was a wonderful thing and a bad thing at the same time. Man, yeah, they should have moved that table down about 40 feet. But the Jimmy John's sandwiches are just so, the bread, I like the bread. It's not a real hard bread. It's really, really good. And yeah, we just had a great time. And like I said, they had their sandwiches where they do, what was it, Lynn? Little gift box, not gift boxes, but it was a sample box. That was it. And it had ham and turkey and roast beef and different things in it. Oh my God, it was great. It was. Exactly. Jimmy John's being the Nike tennis shoe. Just because we're in Louisiana doesn't mean flip-flops or, you know, wingtips. But yeah, that's our show, our host, no, our sponsor. That's it, our sponsor for this hour. Hey, my likes are up to 8. I appreciate you for following. This is the first time I've gone live, so bear with me, and I promise I will have cooler glasses next week. These are my 5th grade teacher's glasses. You want me to stand up? All right. You know, you don't treat me good. Let's see. I got a message from another one. We've got tonight at 10 Eastern, 9 Central. You can follow Big Swole, Randy Thornton, and Mike Darrow on Get Your Swole On here on Armed Radio. And I said that because Randy was a wrestler after being an NFL player. I got a message yesterday from another wrestling buddy of mine, Tony Carr. Tony Carr was in a celebrity golf tournament this weekend Monday, which, you know, Matt's not here tonight and I'm talking golf. Yeah, but he was with Jeff Foxworthy, this is Jeff Foxworthy's event, and Thunderbolt Patterson and Rocky King. This is the second year of the Knockout Hunger Golf Tournament. It was at, I can't remember the name of the course, but it's a very nice course, country club outside of Atlanta. Tony's a friend of the show, and I've been seeing some of the stuff that he's posted, so I just wanted to give him a little shout out. And we'll keep up with upcoming events that charity does. So Tony, who is also a police officer in Georgia, Tony, I really appreciate the job that you do, and I appreciate you being a friend of mine. And for any of you who haven't seen Tony Carr, I'll post after the show. I'll post a picture of me and Big Tony with the dragster. He came by. He was here a couple of years ago for Christmas, and yeah, we got some pictures of me and him. Went out, took a picture, and smoked a cigar with the dragster. So we'll get a picture of that in there. I'll put that up. And then yesterday, guess who I ran into? I was in the convenience store that sells coffee and donuts and muffins, which aren't on my diet. I don't eat those right now. That's just what they sell there. I ran into former LSU record-holding running back, 19 touchdowns in one season, still a record, I believe, at LSU, and Jacksonville Jaguar running back, my buddy LeBrandon Toefield, the Big Toe. I didn't see him. He actually walked past me and stopped and looked back and said, "Mr. John." And when I looked at him, I saw who it was, and I was happy to see him because I hadn't seen him in a while. And he put his head out to shake it. I just grabbed him, wrapped my arms around him, and gave him a big hug. I said, "Man, your family. I don't shake hands with you. I give you a big hug." So we sat there and caught up for a little while, and I told him, I said, "Man, you gotta come by the shop." And yeah, it was pretty. Lauren with Cosmopolitans. Lauren, I usually don't look this bad. This is my first live show. I'm winging it. I got hat head. I was out in the shop working before I came in. I got my lovely wife Lynn in my ear and on Armed Radio, TuneIn Satellite, Facebook Live. So this stuff is all new to me. Yeah, this stuff's all new. So don't forget to watch. You can watch, tonight is Alpha Night. We've got me. We've got Glenn Spillman, Sports Insider. We've got Big Swole and Mike Darrow, Randy Thornton on Get Your Swole On. And we may have Matt Hashley Straight Talk if the storm hadn't blown him away. But then on Tuesday night, it's Ladies' Night. And Lauren Damrich, I think is how you pronounce her last name. I've never actually heard anybody say her last name. She has a show called Cosmopolitans. It's one of those shows where it's kind of like a female version, an estrogen version of this, because Lauren likes to drink a lot. Or does not like, that means don't correct that. I don't mean it like that. I really stepped in it, didn't I? But she has fun time. She has some games. Last night, I think she was talking about going to or not getting invited to a 4th of July party at the Hamptons or in the Hamptons, or going to a 4th of July party in the Hamptons. And Lauren, let me tell you, when I worked at a Hard Rock Cafe in New York, I went to a couple of those events in the Hamptons. And what I remember of them was pretty good. I had a good time. I ate a lot, but one particular event that was in the Hamptons was at a person that was involved with Planet Hollywood's house, and I remember getting there. I remember drinking there, and then I remember waking up in a hotel in Miami. So I got a cough again. Hey, let me give a big shout out to my brother Galad Bogman. G-Man, got some new cigars in a day. You need to get in the car and come out here. You just heard her talking about the cigars, came today, which I'm going to be reviewing one in just a few minutes. And if you haven't had one of these cigars, you got to try it. I'm going to give you the Johnny Blender review on it. And then I'm going to read you the review or the description that the cigar company had. And I just made a huge mistake because my wife was talking and I saw your name pop up and I started talking right over. So, honey, I'm so sorry. Please, where were you? Okay, is that all? That's all you've got to say? Okay, here we go. Welcome to my world. Oh yeah, you saw them pull up with a package and get out, and you thought it was shoes. That's right. Okay, that's why you came out the door. All right. In case everybody is looking around and can see things, this is the Lady Loft. This is Lynn's studio where she does her show at. I'm moving the computer back and forth where you can see various awards, newspaper reviews, press releases, autographed pictures of things that have been given to Lynn and sent. Working. But yeah, this is not quite the place that we're going to be doing the show out of. Uh, it's it, and there is the escape kit. Now I'm not going to spin a computer around because I don't know what might break. All right, let's get back to the show a little bit. Oh, you know what I forgot to talk about? We're in the second half of the show, and I would like to talk about Strike Hard Gear. If you have any Russian assault rifles, StrikeHardGear.com is another sponsor of the show, and they make, here in America, replacement parts for any of your AKs, so you can follow them on StrikeHardGear.com. We'll be posting a link up to them after the show. Like I said, right now we usually have all the pretty produced stuff that goes on for these ads and tells everything. But tonight we're flying by wire, so we're having to do some fill in because we had a little bit of technical difficulty getting the show started. But I promise it's kind of scraggly and running rampant tonight. But I will have it better by the next show, and I will be in my estrogen-free zone for the next show. All right, honey, let's see. We've got the Fury Dragster. We've got a big event coming up July 22nd and 23rd. The Fury Dragster will be there along with the Southern Horror Queen will be guest at the Horror Con of Mississippi in Tupelo, Mississippi. I have seen a lot of people who are going to be there, like Bill Mosley from the Devil's Rejects is going to be there. Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes is going to be there. Is there somebody going to be there that you're interested in? Hold on just a minute, honey. Hold on just a minute. For you people who cannot hear what she's saying, the radio show, the show is being broadcast on Armed Radio and TuneIn Satellite. Me and Lynn are both in the studio on Armed Radio. Now, with the live feed on Facebook, it's just me. You can't hear Lynn talking into my head, which I hear Lynn talking into my head even when I don't have these headphones on and I'm asleep. But so if you see me being quiet, not saying anything, it's because I'm listening to Lynn talk. So I apologize for just sitting there saying nothing a minute ago. But I wanted to, if you're watching the live feed, hey, whoever just clicked off, click back on. Okay, good. You went from 9 back to, all right. I'm a big guy, and I'll come after you. I'll find out who you are, and I'll come after you. Hey, my brother's online. Jonny, New Orleans Police Department. Love this guy. I called, they got the Three Stooges, Mo, Larry, and Curly, otherwise known as Johnny, Wayne, and Claus. Got cigars in today, brother. Need you guys to get up here. And I need some help with a motor mount on a rat rod. But get up here and let's see what's going on. The show's going on. Yeah, I see it, buddy. But I'm sorry, Lynn. Go ahead. I had to do that little explanation of why I was just sitting here not saying anything. So we're going to see a possessed piece of wood. Cool. Cool. Let's see. You're giddy. Leanna Quigley, an actress, a singer, a model, an author. She's going to be there. She was in Silent Night, Deadly Night, Graduation Day, and Savage Streets. This guy, I'm not real sure. He was Leatherface. R.A. Mihailoff from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then the Childers, Gene Hamill. Oh, yeah, all the people from Twisted Carnival. See, you got to watch out when I do that because I got Twisted Southern Horror Queen that I live with, and I got Twisted Carnival that are friends of mine. So if I get those two confused, somebody's going to be mad either way. All right. We got Josh TKO Turner, the pro wrestler. He's going to be there. And there's a lot of other guests that are going to be there, and we'll be covering those in the shows coming up in the next few weeks up into that event. I will have a link up on the page for the HorrorCon of Mississippi where you can order tickets. It's going to be a kick-ass event. We're going to have a good time at this one. The Adrian's Fury Dragster will be there. I've got to see what the rules and regulations of and location of this are going to be because, you know, we might throw a little alcohol in this thing and we're going to be inside. Okay. All right. Gilad, my brother Gilad, if you're still there. Gilad Bachman, great guy. I met this guy when I was actually bartending in New Orleans. He came down from Philadelphia, and Gilad, I know you're not going to know I remember this. He came down from Philadelphia with his mother. He was interviewing for the police academy in New Orleans. Me and him struck it off and started talking at the bar, and that was... 20 years ago? 18 years ago. 18 years ago. No, it was 98. I think it was 98. Yeah. So MJ Kirby, we'll see you join the live show that's kind of crazy tonight, but thank you for joining. Josephino, I will get a tan, and I have a fluorescent light above me that is blinding. Lynn put 3 of these in this room when she designed it. And these are 3 of the brightest freaking lights. When the sun is shining at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, you can walk outside, look in the window, and it is actually white going out of the window. These lights are bright. But anyway, Gilad, this cigar I want to talk about tonight is one of the Asylum brand cigars, which kind of fits in with my life. I got 2 cigars I want to review tonight. The first one is put the best one up top, the Insidious cigar from Asylum. This is a awesome smelling cigar. It's a good tasting cigar. It burns even. It's just truly a great cigar. It's about $4.50 a stick. You can get it a little bit better. It depends on where you get it. I recommend for this cigar, Neptune Cigars. Our friends at Neptune Cigars do a lot. In fact, the order of the box Lynn saw come in today on the UPS or mail truck was from Neptune Cigars that had my weekly supply of Oliva cigars in it, the Flor de Oliva Gold, which is what I keep in the shop to smoke. But the Asylum Insidious cigar is absolutely unbelievable. For the price, it's a good cigar. The service at Neptune Cigars makes it worth. There's some big brand cigar store outlets and superstores out there, and I've dealt with all of them. I got to tell you, Neptune is they're a big company that makes you feel like, you know, they're treating individuals, and I really like them. But here is I had to save this. I never read what the other companies post on their cigars, but I did read this one. And with Lynn being the Southern Horror Queen, I thought it was funny. I've got to put the glasses back on, so excuse me. Insidious, the horror movie, may have made you cry like a little baby, but as luck would have it, Insidious by Asylum delivers quite the opposite effect. Tom Lazaka of Asylum Cigars, and Mr. Tom, I hope I said your name right, created this blend to appeal to any cigar enthusiast, and each one features a uncharacteristically smooth profile and the first sweetened cap of the Asylum offering to date. This style cigar was previously missing from the Asylum portfolio, so to please the masses, Insidious was born. Insidious utilizes the first Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper leaf of any Asylum release. Smooth and creamy, this wrap conceals Honduran long filler and a Honduran binder, all combined to produce a relaxing, mellow experience with boast price points less than 5 buckaroos, making this a sweet snack, both easy on the palate and on the wallet. Now, any of y'all who have ever heard me do any cigar reviews before, I wanted to read that cigar description just because of the horror movie thing, since my wife, the Southern Horror Queen, is on. But you will never, ever hear me say that about a cigar. In fact, the next cigar I'm fixing to review is called the Cuban Sandwich. And allow me to you heard that nice brief report on description of that cigar. Let me give you the real deal on the Cuban Sandwich. It was like biting a fart. I thought I was going to have to lick the dog's butt to get that taste out of my mouth. Worst cigar I have ever smoked in my life. It was a cigar that it was $2. And look, it was overpriced at $2. I would not recommend this at all. This is going to go on my recommendations for you who follow the show, just like the Everlast Plasma Cutter. It was a choker. It tasted bad. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to get that smell out of my shop. It was just that, but that was that is the way I review cigars. If you go spend your money on something, I'm gonna tell you the honest truth of what I think about it, and that one is like biting a fart. So that should pretty much give you anything that you want. Actually, it's 8:01 right now, so I should be going out. If I got 30 more seconds, I want to say stay tuned for Glenn Spillman, Sports Insider. Stay tuned for Get Your Swole On with Randy Thornton and Mike Darrow. Stay tuned for Straight Talk with Matt Hazley. I'm Johnny Blender, Whiskey, Cars, and Cigars with my lovely wife, Lynn Gibson. We will see you next week, and I promise on the next live show it will be less estrogen-y, and it'll be a lot cooler, and I won't have just been coming in from the shop working. So thank you. Until next week, don't forget to listen to Armed Radio on TuneIn Satellite. Thank you, and see you next week.